Hi guys, welcome back to our sweet life. If you are new, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell button, you know what I'm saying? Click that. You can get notified, girl. Yes. It's been 2 weeks since I posted. I'm sorry guys, it's been a crazy 2 weeks. So I am finally sitting down to explain why and also to post a video that I've been trying to post for a while and I didn't have the courage to, but I am going to do it now. So first of all, the reason we haven't been posting in the past 2 weeks is because after that last vlog, my friend had a death in her family and I was trying to help her with that. I didn't want to record anything that was going on with that because I felt it was very personal and just not something to be vlogged about. Also, during the time I was helping her, I was at her house and I was going down her front steps, stepped on a glass cup and the glass shattered and went in my foot. So I had a big old cut on my foot and I had to get stitches. I was bleeding everywhere. It was crazy. It was my first ever injury that I've ever had to go to the emergency room for. So here's a picture of the cut. And here's a picture of the stitches. Yeah, it's pretty gross. The stitches are gone now. I had a little infection. I'm okay though. I'm on antibiotics. I got it taken care of and everything is a-okay now. But during the time of this very dumb injury, I wasn't going anywhere. The only places I was really going is to drop the kids off and pick the kids up from school. So other than that, I didn't do anything because I really couldn't. I've been walking with this ugly, uncomfortable boot. It's just ridiculous. So that is why we haven't posted in the past 2 weeks. And I'm the one that does most of the vlogging and my husband was busy at work. So it really didn't make sense to post like little tiny things. So, but I am back and I am gonna get on a routine. And I know I say that all the time and you guys are probably tired of hearing it, but this time we're good. My foot is still healing, but we're good. Now, I also want to talk about something that has been on my mind for a while. And a lot of you have actually seen the video I posted on my Facebook, which was a little angry rant about people shaming me on my need for medication. I'm not sure if a lot of you know this, but I have been diagnosed with PTSD and that was like 2-3 years ago. And when I was like 20, I got diagnosed with ADHD. So PTSD is post-traumatic stress disorder. There are a lot of reasons behind why I have been diagnosed with that. Personal reasons I'm not gonna share. Though things I will say are I have been abused. Sexually and physically, and it caused a lot of damage in my brain. It caused a lot of damage in my heart, which I am trying to fix, you know, with God, because I am a Christian. But something in my brain was just not making it easy for me, and I wasn't sleeping. I was having really terrible nightmares, and this seat is like sticking to me. I was having really terrible nightmares, and I wasn't sleeping well, and I wasn't keeping up with Sammy's homeschooling, and I wasn't keeping up with my house even. It was just a really bad time for me. I am a stay-at-home mom, so I'm supposed to do those things. I'm supposed to keep up with things, but I was in such denial about needing help because I've always been shamed of it. Like, people have always been like, oh, you got depression? Like, you're weak. Don't get me started because I will go off on another rant. Anyway, because of the bullying I got from family and friends about my depression and needing help, I refused to get help. Having ADHD is so much more complicated than just an attention problem because ADHD has to do a lot with your reactions and your emotions, how you handle them, what things you like to focus on and what things you don't. It's not just an attention problem. So it was really difficult for me when people would be like, oh, you have ADHD, girl, why? You paying attention to me right now? what you got a problem with. Did you fail school? No. Okay? ADHD is not just an attention problem. I am very emotional. I'm very impulsive. I go from one extreme of feelings to another. That is part of my ADHD. And then having PTSD and not sleeping and having all these nightmares and stuff, and mixed with my imbalance of emotions, was just not healthy. And like I said, for a long time, I was in denial and I just pretended like I would get better at some point in life. That's not how it works, guys. Nothing on this planet is gonna make you happy if your brain is messed up, okay? Depression is a swelling of the brain. It's not like, oh, I'm sad, no, I'm depressed. No, depression, the actual disease, depression, it is a swelling of the brain first. ADHD is an issue of, it's like low blood flow to a specific part of the brain. That is what helps you handle certain things. PTSD is just memories, unfortunately bad ones. These are real things. They're not made up. They're not things you can just get over, or they'll, you know, get cured over time. No. These are things you need help with. Either a therapist, medication, art therapy, physical therapy, so many different kinds of therapies that you can use to help you monitor, handle, and manage these diseases. They are diseases. They don't go away. I get anxiety attacks all the time just because my ADHD makes me so like anxious. I can't help that. There's nothing I can do to change that about myself. It's an imperfection of mine. And for such a long time, I was bullied into thinking that if I got help and I went to the doctor and got on medication, I was being weak. I want everyone to know, I'm not gonna get angry this time, but admitting you have a problem and getting help for it is not weakness. Weakness is knowing you have a problem and not getting help. That's weakness. And you're not getting help, why? What's your reason? Because people would talk differently about you. People will make comments about you as a parent. People are gonna do that regardless of what you do, girl. Like, there's nothing you can do on this planet that is not gonna get judged. Whether you fly or you drive or you sail to another country or you put the jersey on your baby or you give them organic foods or whatever other kinds of foods, everyone's going to judge you. It's never going to change. It doesn't matter what you do. You will always get judged. You can be skinny, you can be overweight, you can be on medication, you cannot be on medication. You're still gonna get judged. If you're not on medication, you're depressed and you're sleeping all day and you're having dark days, you're gonna get judged because you're not doing nothing. And if you are on medication, you're gonna get judged because you're weak, because you need help. It's a terrible stigma, it's a terrible subject that has been pushed to the side for years. Moms with postpartum depression don't talk about it because they feel like they're terrible moms because they're sad after having a baby. There's nothing wrong with you. You're still a good mom. The good ones, go get help. It's that simple. And I just wanted to share that. A lot of people messaged me after I posted my angry rant on Facebook asking me like how I did it, how I got help. And I just went to my doctor. I said, listen, I'm stressed, I'm depressed. My ADHD is making it impossible for me to get things done. I'm not sleeping. And I got diagnosed and I talked to a therapist and I'm working on myself. I'm making things better for my home, for my children, for my husband, for my family. I mean, I'm making things better by admitting I have a problem and learning about my problem, finding different solutions and choosing the best solution that works for me. For me, medication is the best thing. I don't have time for therapy every week. I don't have time for going on a run every day. I'm a mom, I have responsibilities, so I take a little pill every morning and I'm A-okay for the rest of the day. Call them my happy pills. There's nothing wrong with that. You shouldn't be ashamed of yourself. You shouldn't be ashamed. And whoever makes you feel like lesser of a person because you need help or you need medication, that person just hasn't admitted they have a problem. Because something one of my friends told me is that unfortunately, because of imperfection, because we're not perfect people, everyone has something. So there's two kinds of people on this planet. People who are on medication because they know they have a problem, and then people who know they have a problem but choose to be in denial. At some point, you have to stop worrying about what everyone thinks of you, and you have to stop being in denial. If you have anxiety, that's an issue. How can you raise a child and take them to school and take them to parties and take them to amusement parks if you're anxious? How can you let them learn things at school? I mean, I homeschooled my son for first grade literally just because he would cry every day, and that gave me anxiety. It made me feel like a terrible mom because I was sending him to school. He was crying because he was tired. And I know that now. I realize that now. I admit it now. But back then, I'm like, oh, my baby needs me. He can't be away from me. No, he can be away from you. He was just tired and sleepy, and he would come home crying. That's all it was. And I feel like he missed out on a lot. I mean, homeschooling is wonderful. A lot of moms were successful with it, but I was not successful with it. I mean, I would have such dark days that I would just be in bed while he was doing work by himself. That's not how it works, guys. You have to be there. You have to be attentive to your children. They're not gonna have a good childhood or good memories of you if you're always anxious or always having dark days. It's better to get help and ignore the negativity. You're always gonna be judged no matter what you do. Especially moms, we're constantly under a microscope, if that's how you say it. We're constantly being judged for what we do and how we do it, what we don't do with our children, how we dress them, how expensive their clothes are. I'm sorry, I'm not about to spend $50 on a pair of Jordans for one child when I can buy 4 pairs of shoes with $50 for all 4 of my kids at Walmart. Sue me. Like, people will judge me so, oh, girl, your son has Walmart shoes. All he's gonna do is go outside and scuff them. Get them all muddy and dirty and stinky. Why am I about to spend all that money? Girl, bye. No. Anyway, I'm about to get in another rant. I'm trying to be calm today. Anyway, all of my links are down below. If you need anything, if you would like to stalk me on social media, it will be down there. Like I said, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share your experiences, whether it's on my YouTube channel or on any of my social media platforms. Outlets? What? I say a lot. Get used to it. It ain't gonna change. I'm just saying. Anyway, I think that was all I wanted to really talk about, and I hope that this helps people. I hope it helps someone. Even if it's just one person, I'm gonna feel great about it. So, I'm not a nurse or a doctor, by the way. I'm just sharing my personal experience. You guys can take it or leave it. Anyway, I will see you guys either on a new vlog or on another sit down video that I'm about to film right now in the same shirt, girl, because I got a lot to film. So, I will talk to you guys in our next video. Bye.